So at this point, you have done the blanket stitch all the way around the bear, from shoulder to shoulder, your bear. To stuff the bear, you're going to use stuffing that's provided. Okay, so you're going to take a handful of stuffing at a time, and you're going to start to push the stuffing inside bear. Okay, so again, I'm going to take a handful of stuffing at a time, making sure I push it into the feet. Okay, into the arms of the bear. And you want to stuff the bear about 3/4 or 3/4 full. Okay, so right about here. So tuck the felt into the arms. And you're going to stuff it, okay, right up to the neck. At this point, you're going to pin the head together. So we're going to pin the front and the back using a straight pin. I'm going to pin at the top of the head, okay, so through both pieces. I'm going to bring the point back up. Okay, you want to make sure that the ears are also aligned. So I'm going to take another pin, line up the ears, pin those back together, and same thing on the other side. Go through both, bring the point back up and through. Stop. So now we're going to continue blanket stitching all the way around the head of the teddy bear. Like we started before, you want to bring the needle point in between the seams, okay, or start sewing from inside the bear. I've threaded my needle with 2 arms lengths worth of thread to begin. So I'm going to push my needle through the inside and pull. Now the knot is inside the bear. I'm going to tuck that in so it's hidden. I'm going to continue my blanket stitches. So I'm going to go around, making a loop, going through the loop, and pull. I'm going to continue my blanket stitch all the way around the head of the teddy bear. Again, you want to make sure that your stitches are close together so none of the stuffing will show. Okay, the closer the stitching, the better the teddy bear will be held. I'm going to continue doing my blanket stitch all the way around, right up until I get to the second ear. So I'm going to sew past the first ear and get to the second. Okay, once I get here, I'm going to stop. At this point, we have blanket stitched from the shoulder all the way around the head to the ear. Okay, so I'm going to give you a close-up look at what the blanket stitches look like around the head. And we stop at the ear because we want to leave an opening to stuff the inside of the head. At this point, you can keep your needle threaded if you have any thread left over. And I'm going to pull out the straight pins.
Hamilton.
I'm going to take some stuffing, and I'm going to take a handful at a time, and I'm going to stuff the teddy bear head. Okay, but you want to be very careful when doing this so you don't rip any of your stitches. So I'm taking a little bit of stuffing at a time, and I'm going to continue stuffing the head. Again, you want to push the stuffing all the way into the ear, into the neck, okay, so the bear is evenly stuffed. At this point, I'm going to repin the ear and continue my blanket stitches around the head and sew it shut. And I'm approaching the shoulder here. Okay? So again, I'm going through the front and the back, making a loop, pulling, go through the front and the back, making a loop, and going through, go through the front and back, making a loop, and going through. Okay, I'm going to remove the pin. Now I'm going to tie a very tiny knot on my shoulder. Okay, so I'm going to make a loop. Okay, go around and through the loop. Take a pin, place that pin down on the shoulder, and I'm going to pull to make a knot. Okay, you want that knot very close to the fabric. And now we're going to cut right next to the knot. At this point, the teddy bear is completed.